Welcome everyone to another episode of Science Genius. Today we shall be discussing about Indo-European languages and the Indo-European migrations, so let's get started. The term Indo-European refers to a linguistic family that encompasses a vast array of languages spoken across Europe and parts of Asia. But who were the Indo-Europeans, and how did they shape the world we live in today? The Indo-Europeans were a hypothetical ancient people believed to have lived around 4000 to 2500 BCE, somewhere in the Eurasian steppe region, which stretches from Eastern Europe to Central Asia. They were a nomadic or semi-nomadic people, known for their domestication of horses and mastery of chariot warfare. Despite leaving behind no written records of their own, linguists have pieced together the existence of the Indo-Europeans through the comparative study of their descendant languages. This field of study is known as historical linguistics. From their homeland in the Eurasian steppes, the Indo-Europeans embarked on a series of migrations and expansions, spreading their language and culture far and wide. These migrations played a crucial role in shaping the linguistic and cultural landscape of Europe and Asia. Modern-day, populations that speaks in Indo-European languages are thought to be the descendants of the Proto Indo-Europeans and also other groups that might have existed, but with the passage of time, they got culturally assimilated into another culture or got extinct. Among them, the most notable descendants of Indo-Europeans are the Europeans, Iranians, and the populations from the Indian subcontinents, especially those from the northern part of the continent, which are also known as Indo-Aryans. Now let's learn about Proto Indo-Europeans. Proto Indo-Europeans refer to the hypothetical, reconstructed prehistoric people who are believed to have spoken the Proto Indo-European language. This language is considered the ancestor of the Indo-European languages, which include a vast array of languages spoken today, such as English, Spanish, Hindi, Bengali, Russian, Persian, and many others. The term Proto-Indo-European is derived from the Greek prefix proto meaning first or earliest, and Indo-European, referring to the family of languages spoken across Europe and Asia, from Iceland to India. Linguists and archaeologists have reconstructed the existence of the Proto-Indo-Europeans based on linguistic evidence, comparative mythology, and archaeological findings. They are believed to have lived thousands of years ago, perhaps around the 4th to 3rd millennium BCE, in what is now called the Pontic-Caspian steppe, which stretches from the northern shores of the Black Sea to the Caspian Sea. These early Indo-Europeans were likely semi-nomadic pastoralists who domesticated horses and cattle and practiced a form of early agriculture. They had a society organized around extended families and clans, with a hierarchical social structure, possibly led by chiefs or tribal leaders. The dispersal of the Proto-Indo-Europeans is thought to have occurred in several waves, leading to the spread of their language and culture across Europe, Central Asia, and South Asia. This dispersal gave rise to the various branches of the Indo-European language family, such as the Celtic, Germanic, Italic, Balto-Slavic, Indo-Iranian, and others. The study of the Proto-Indo-Europeans and their language is crucial for understanding the prehistory of Europe and Asia, as well as the origins of many of the world's major language families. However, it's important to note that much of what we know about them is speculative, and our understanding continues to evolve as new evidence and methodologies emerge. Now we know what is the Indo-Europeans, so let's learn about the Indo-European languages. So, what is the Indo-European languages? Indo-European languages form one of the largest language families in the world, encompassing a wide range of languages spoken primarily in Europe, Western Asia, Central Asia, South Asia, and parts of the Middle East. This language family includes some of the most widely spoken languages in the world, such as English, Spanish, Hindi, Russian, Persian, French, German, and many others. The term Indo-European originates from the geographic distribution of these languages, with many of them being spoken in the Indian subcontinent, Indo, and across Europe, European. The common ancestry of these languages can be traced back to a hypothetical language called Proto-Indo-European, which is believed to have been spoken thousands of years ago, likely around the 4th to 3rd millennium BCE, by a group of people known as the Proto Indo-Europeans. The Indo-European language family is divided into several major branches, each of which includes numerous languages. Some of the main branches and their modern representatives include Indo-Iranian, this branch includes languages spoken primarily in South Asia and Iran. Examples include Hindi, Bengali, Punjabi, Urdu, Indic languages, as well as Persian, Pashto, and Kurdish, Iranian languages. Italic, this branch includes the Romance languages, derived from Latin, such as Italian, Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Romanian. Germanic, this branch includes languages such as English, German, Dutch, Swedish, Danish, and Norwegian. Celtic, this branch includes languages such as Irish Gaelic, Scottish Gaelic, Welsh, and Breton. Balto-Slavic, this branch includes the Baltic languages, Lithuanian, Latvian, and the Slavic languages, Russian, Polish, Czech, Ukrainian, Serbian, Croatian, Bulgarian, etc. Hellenic, this branch includes the Greek language. Armenian, this branch consists solely of the Armenian language. Tocharian, this branch includes extinct languages once spoken in ancient Central Asia, known as Tocharian A and Tocharian B. Anatolian, this branch includes extinct languages such as Hittite, spoken in ancient Anatolia, modern-day Turkey. Indo-Aryan, this sub-branch of Indo-Iranian includes languages spoken primarily in the Indian subcontinent, such as Sanskrit, Hindi, Bengali, Punjabi, and others. Despite the vast geographical and linguistic diversity within the Indo-European language family, scholars have identified numerous cognates and shared linguistic features among its branches, suggesting a common ancestral language, Proto IndoEuropean. The study of Indo-European languages and their historical development is crucial for understanding the linguistic and cultural connections between different peoples and regions across Eurasia. Now let's move on Indo-European migrations. The Indo-European migrations refer to the dispersal of Proto-Indo-European speaking peoples from their homeland in the Pontic-Caspian steppe, modern-day Ukraine and southern Russia, to various parts of Europe, Asia, and beyond. These migrations are believed to have occurred over several millennia, starting around the 4th to 3rd millennium BCE, although the exact timing and routes of these migrations remain topics of scholarly debate. The Indo-European migrations were likely driven by a combination of factors, including population pressures, climate change, economic opportunities, and possibly conflicts with neighboring groups. As these early Indo-European-speaking peoples expanded into new territories, they encountered and interacted with other linguistic and cultural groups, leading to the spread of their language, culture, and genes. Some of the major migrations and expansions associated with the Indo-Europeans include Anatolian migration, one of the earliest branches of the Indo-European family. Anatolian languages spread into Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, around the 3rd millennium BCE. The Hittites are one of the most well-known Anatolian-speaking peoples. Indo-Iranian migration. This migration saw the movement of Indo-Iranian-speaking peoples into the Iranian plateau and the Indian subcontinent. The Indo-Aryans, a subgroup of the Indo-Iranians, migrated into South Asia around the 2nd millennium BCE, bringing with them the Vedic Sanskrit language and contributing to the formation of ancient Indian civilization. European migrations. Indo-European-speaking peoples also migrated into Europe, leading to the formation of various European cultures and languages. The timing and routes of these migrations are subject to ongoing research, but they likely occurred in multiple waves over several millennia. These migrations gave rise to the Celtic, Germanic, Italic, Balto-Slavic, and other branches of the Indo-European family. Tocharian migration. Tocharian languages, belonging to the Indo-European family, were spoken in the Darim Basin in present-day Xinjiang, China, until they became extinct around the 9th century CE. The presence of Tocharian-speaking peoples in Central Asia suggests another migration route and expansion of Indo-European languages into this region. These migrations and expansions had significant consequences for the linguistic, cultural, and genetic landscape of Eurasia, shaping the development of civilizations and societies across multiple regions. The study of Indo-European migrations is interdisciplinary, drawing on evidence from linguistics, archaeology, genetics, and other fields to reconstruct the movements and interactions of ancient peoples. Now, let's see our last topic, which is the most notable migration by Indo-Europeans. The Indo-Aryan migration refers to the movement of Indo-European-speaking peoples into the Indian subcontinent, likely beginning around 1500 BCE. These migrations played a significant role in shaping the linguistic and cultural landscape of ancient India, leading to the emergence of the Vedic civilization. The Indo-Aryans brought with them aspects of their culture, language, and religious beliefs, which eventually merged with indigenous cultures to form the basis of classical Indian civilization. The present-day descendants of the Indo-Aryans include various ethnic groups and communities across the Indian subcontinent. These include, but are not limited to, various North Indian populations, particularly those speaking languages belonging to the Indo-Aryan language family, such as Hindi, Bengali, Punjabi, Gujarati, Marathi, and others. Thanks, that's all for today. Please like and subscribe to our channel.